The year is 1965. A 7-year-old boy climbs into the open bed of his father's pickup truck, sits on the wheel well, and holds on. They drive 12 miles into town. Nobody stops them. Nobody calls anyone. Today, that same ride would end with a police report, a court date, and possibly a visit from child services. This is the story of 15 ordinary things. Things your parents did, things maybe you did, that have quietly become unthinkable. And by the end, you might be asking the same question millions of us are asking. Were we reckless back then? Or have we lost something? Let's go back. For decades, the bed of a pickup was the family's second back seat. Kids rode to church in it, to the lake, to the drive-in. Hair whipping, waving at strangers. It wasn't rebellion, it was Tuesday. Most states didn't even have a law about it because nobody imagined needing one. Today, the majority of states restrict or ban it outright, and a parent who allows it risks charges of child endangerment. The truck didn't change, we did. The family car was a rolling living room. Babies rode on mothers' laps in the front seat. Kids stretched out on the rear shelf under the back window, like cats in the sun. Here's the number that stuns people. America's first mandatory child car seat law didn't arrive until 1978. Tennessee was first, the first adult seatbelt law. New York, 1984. For an entire generation, buckle up simply wasn't a sentence anyone said. Summer, 95 degrees, 3 hours of tag. And the water fountain was the garden hose lying in the yard. Hot rubber taste for the first 2 seconds, then the coldest water on earth. Every kid on the street drank from it. Nobody's mother sterilized anything. Today's parents Google whether hose water is safe. Their grandparents just drank, wiped their chins, and went back to the game. The rule was 5 words long: home when the streetlights come on. That was the whole system. No phone, no tracking app, no check-in text. A 10-year-old left after breakfast and vanished into the neighborhood for 10 hours. His parents didn't know where he was. And here's the part that's hard to explain today. They weren't supposed to. Freedom was the default setting of childhood. Today, a child alone in a park can trigger a 911 call. In 1969, roughly half of American school children walked or biked to school, many of them 6, 7 years old, crossing streets, cutting through woods, in groups or alone. Today, that number has collapsed to around 1 in 10. The distance didn't grow. The danger statistically didn't either. Crime against children is lower now than then. What changed was fear. And a first grader walking alone today might get their parents a knock on the door. A foot-long steel-tipped missile, weighted to fall point first, sold as a family game. You threw them across the yard at a plastic ring, over the heads of, roughly, everyone. Yards were in millions of garages. It took until December 1988 for the government to ban their sale outright, after thousands of injuries. If you played it and kept all your toes, congratulations. You survived the most honestly named toy in history. It did exactly what it looked like it would do. A boy's 10th birthday came with hardware, a Daisy BB gun and a folding pocket knife. He took the knife to school, and it wasn't confiscated because his teacher assumed a boy carried one. He whittled with it at recess. The BB gun came with 3 rules from Dad, and the rules were enforced by Dad, not by law. Today, a pocket knife in a backpack means automatic expulsion in most districts. Same knife, same boy, different world. Nobody wore a bicycle helmet. The first statewide youth helmet laws didn't appear until the 1990s, which was a problem because the neighborhood's main engineering project was the ramp, a sheet of plywood on a stack of bricks at the bottom of the steepest hill available. You hit it at full speed while smaller kids lay down on the far side because someone had seen Evel Knievel do it. The scars are still on the knees of 60-year-old men, and most of them will show you with some pride. School ended at 3. Mom worked or shopped or simply wasn't home. So the key hung on a string around your neck and you let yourself in, made your own snack, watched your own TV, started dinner if you were the oldest. Nobody called it latchkey yet, and absolutely nobody called it neglect. It was called being a big kid. Today, some states set the legal age to be home alone at 12 or even 14, ages by which a 1960s kid was babysitting the neighbor's children for 50 cents an hour. A dollar bill, a note from home, and an 8-year-old walks to the corner store. "Pack of Luckies for my dad." The clerk hands them over and throws in a piece of penny candy. This was a normal errand, like buying bread. And while he was there, the kid bought his own smokes, candy cigarettes with red-painted tips, in packs designed to look exactly like the real brands. We handed children practice cigarettes and nobody blinked. Try explaining that one to a 26 parent. 12 feet of burning steel. That was the slide in August, in full sun. Below it, not rubber padding, asphalt, or concrete if your town was fancy. The merry-go-round was a spinning iron disc that older kids ran up to launch speed, and the game, the only game, was hanging on. Monkey bars stood tall enough to break an arm, and regularly did. A broken arm wasn't a lawsuit. It was a summer story and a cast for your friends to sign. Those playgrounds are all gone now. Torn out, padded, lowered. Ask a boomer which playground they remember. It's not the safe one. Every July, kids carried their own arsenal. Firecrackers, bottle rockets, Roman candles, bought with allowance money at a roadside stand. The legendary M80 was so powerful, the federal government banned its sale to the public in 1966, which tells you what came before. Boys blew up model ships, tin cans, anthills. Fingers were occasionally lost, and every neighborhood had a story about it, told as a warning and secretly as a legend. Trick-or-treating started at full dark and ran for hours. No parents, no supervision, a pillowcase for a bag, covering a mile of houses. Kids ate the candy as they walked, unchecked, uninspected. Homemade treats, popcorn balls, candy apples from the widow on the corner, went straight in. The organized, daylight, parent-escorted, hospital X-rayed Halloween of today would have been unrecognizable. And honestly, a little insulting. The station wagon had official seating for 8 and actual seating for as many kids as physics allowed. The prize spot was the way back, the rear-facing bench or the open cargo deck, where kids rode loose on road trips, playing cards, sleeping in a pile, making faces at the car behind. 600 miles to Grandma's house, unbelted, facing backward at 70 miles an hour. It was the safest feeling place in the world. And the one that ends every argument, teenagers hitchhiked, routinely. A 16-year-old with his thumb out on a state road was just a kid who needed a ride, and the driver who stopped was just a neighbor he hadn't met. Parents' only comment was, "Be home for supper." The entire system ran on an assumption we've since abandoned, that a stranger is probably decent. That assumption built the freest childhood in American history. Its disappearance may be the single biggest thing that separates then from now. 15 ordinary things. Not one of them felt dangerous at the time. They felt like childhood. Some of the laws that ended them saved real lives. That's true and worth saying. But something else ended with them. Something harder to name. The assumption that kids were capable, that neighbors were safe, that scraped knees were tuition. So here's the question for the comments, and I read everyone. What did you do as a kid that would be illegal today? Someone reading your story will remember they did it too. If this brought anything back, subscribe. Next time, 17 foods from your childhood that quietly disappeared, and the real reasons why.